Hey folks, this is Willight Robinbine, and today I'll be reading the story, well, Optimus Your Mother, written by Runic Treetops. The link to the story will be in the description below. I didn't read the story. I was actually going to do a read of the story last year in April, but I didn't get to it. Well, now I'm going to be doing it. I've been holding off this story for enough. Well, here we go. Well, Octave is Your Mother, written by Runic Treetops, read by Willight Robinbine. The door to the Cadillac Castle throne room opens with a loud creaking noise, revealing the form of Non, Prince of Twisparkle's human advisor. He confidently walks into the room, but his expression conveys a level of confusion not present in his poster. Meanwhile, Twilight herself sits on the throne, looking down at Anon with a smile. Good evening, Anon. Howdy, Twilight. May the servants living in the castle hate how familiar he acts with Princess Twilight, but she doesn't mind. He is significantly older than she is. After all, not even that he is her second most trusted advisor behind her brother's assistant, Spike. What's up with the last minute summons? Is there an emergency? Not necessarily, no. Something on our mind, then? It's not like you request something of me right when I'm supposed to be heading home. Well, funny you should say that, as that is precisely what I call you in here for. Need me to work late again? No, I wanted to ask you about your recent behavior. My behavior? Have I been doing something wrong? I'm not totally sure. I'm not following. Twice I was clearly having difficulty finding the right words for what she is about to she wants to convey. Anon, you've been bitch benching right after the day and quite a bit these last few months. And while I understand that, as someone who is definitely your employer, it's really not my business what you do during your own time. As your friend, I'm a bit worried about you. Is everything going okay for you outside of work? Ah, so that's what this is about. Well, fret not, Twilight. I'm doing a-okay. I've just been, Anon rubs the back of his head as his cheeks get a bit more color. I've been socializing a bit more than I'm used to. Yeah, that's it. Oh, you've been taking my friends a little to heart then? I wouldn't call it friendship, per se. I'm afraid I don't understand. What were you calling instead? Twilight cuts herself off as he realizes the connotation here. Oh, you find fun sister some pony? Non winces at Twilight's enthusiasm. Much like her a few moments ago. He hesitates before speaking, being sure to choose his next words very carefully. Yes, I have. It's all the same with you. Would like to keep that private for now. Aw, even from your good friend Twilight. Sweat begins to form on Non's brow. I have my reasons. Twilight suddenly chuckles. Okay, then. Sorry to take you on your time like this. Yeah, go fun now. Okay. Actually, she already had plans tonight. Anon's voice is quite mobile. What was it? Nothing. Say tomorrow, Twilight. Good night, Anon. Anon makes his way back to the entrance, throwing the doors open with practice ease. When he does so, he reveals that there was somebody else waiting for an irons for the princess. She looks sharp as silver twilight, but with a silver coat, purple white mane, and bright blue eyes. She also seems to be a bit bit older than Princess Twilight. Twilight smiles, she sees bigger. Her smile quickly turns to a look of confusion when she sees the mayor laugh and yawn. He winks at her as he walks by. With a bit more grace than a yawn, the mayor enters the room. Hello, dear. Gathering to wrap up for the evening? Twilight stands from the throne and approaches the mayor before the two share a gentle hug. What do now? How are you up, Mom? Oh, you know me. I'm as resilient as ever. Twilight laughs. Also, I haven't seen you this energetic since Dad passed away. Did something happen? You could say that. Hmm? I believe we have dinner for us to begin to. Right. Let's get moving on before somebody else demands my attention. And with that, Princess Twilight Sparkle and her mother, Twilight Velvet, walk side by side out of the castle and towards their destination, a restaurant row. Upon arrival, they are seated in a private room near the back of the restaurant. Was that really necessary, dear? One of the biggest downsides of being a princess is not being able to eat in pieces in places like this. We're lucky we beat the rush on the way here, otherwise we might have run into some problems. I'd be lying if I said didn't get a casual journalist and whatnot asking because about your childhood. Oh, geez, sorry, Mom. It is your fault, dear. Now, tell me how it's been lately. Those bureaucrats have been giving you trouble? Been giving you trouble? Not all, at least not anymore. I still got a thing or two to figure out. But for the most part, I got a nice roof. I'm more interested in what you've been up to. Man, I try. I haven't been that much, so I am getting quite close to finishing my newest novel. Twilight narrows her eyes a bit as a weird stuff by the table and places two beers in front of the mirrors. He takes her drink orders and quickly exits the room as polite as again. Oh, really? Why would I lie? Well, I don't mean this a customer or something, but Sawyer told me they stopped by your house to check on you and you were home. Yes, I understand. But he came to see me the following day when I was home. I said I shouldn't even ever leave my house. Not at all. However, a couple weeks ago, Spike swung by the cielo as well, and now once again you weren't there. How could just? And when he came by the next day, you were gone yet again, as well as the next day after that, and the day after that. Velvet sighs as their drinks are brought to you. The conversation is barely put on hold as they order their food, only the two after the waiter has left. You got awfully nosy, haven't you? Twilight tilts her head, a look of guilt suddenly appearing on her face. Sorry, Mom. It's just, I know you took it real hard when Dad passed. We all did. I'm happy to see that you're getting out of the house again. Really, I am. I guess I'm just surprised that it happened so suddenly, and that you're being so secretive about it. Violet takes a sip of water, silently looking just as guilty as Twilight. She says nothing for a few months before clearing her throat and speaking up again. I don't like keeping secrets, especially not from my own daughter. I don't mean to mislead you. I just been unsure how to break this news to you. Mom, I've been seeing someone, dear. Twice stares wide at her mother's shocked silence for a good few months before suddenly forcing herself to smile. Really, that's good for you. Now, dear, there's no need to be lied to me. I can't tell you I'm experienced about this. I, it's fine, really. I understand I'm in a bit of an awkward position myself. It's a question I've been pondering ever since your father passed. Should I be pursuing a relationship again? I'm not exactly married anymore. Heck, I have a granddaughter, for crying out loud. And yet, am I supposed to simply embrace my status as a widow and give up ever find that bill again? Mom, ultimately, I decided to just wait and see what life has to offer me. I wouldn't actively look for a romantic partner. I would feel like I'd betrayed your trust if I did that. However, if I man were in my life, I wouldn't necessarily turn him down either. Abramo twice responds. I guess I have no right to be upset about this. Your points you were probably hurt the most by everything that happened. And if you can move on, I suppose you too. You sound like I am trying to replace your father. Something that's not my intention. Never will be able to accomplish that. So I giggles. I know, Mom. I wasn't trying to accuse you of such. Good. Well, now that's out of the way. Velvet happily looks towards the door that the weird test is open. He quickly makes his way to the table and forbids us to pair with our delicious looking meals. Thank you very much, sir. The side bows and walks out of the door room, leaving them to their dinner. Oh, you sure picked a nice restaurant there. That was delicious. If you bring to my help out here once a long time ago, I come here every so often when I have evening free. There's a real kick to those dishes too. This has been about a full glass of water now. Belle continues to sip out her glass while Twilight goes on the other side of the table. By the way, Mom, there's one more thing I need to ask you. What's that, dear? What's that, dear? Velvet's voice is somewhat muffled by the water-filled glass. Is it still part of yours or not? Not as Velvet spits out her sparring shot, vaguely aiming away from the table, but hitting the suddenly present waiter your face. Oops, sorry. The waiter silently wipes his face and exits the room. What was that he was going to ask him? He seemed to change his mind. Why would you think that? Because earlier said, and I quote, if a man were to enter my life, I wouldn't have necessarily turned him down. There's only one Christian character that refers to himself as a man rather than a stallion. Velvet's face gone red, beet red, and she sheepishly takes another sip of water while avoiding her daughter's gaze. Will you be sad if I say yes? Not necessarily upset. I'm just kind of just confused. Nice been my friend says he appeared in a question about 10 years ago. So sorry if I'm pointing at different things, but I find it a bit awkward to hear that he's dating my mom. Now, dear, and I'm much older than you. You know that you since you met him. Is it really that shocking? It's just weird knowing that my second closest advisor has been sneaking to see you after work. I've not told him to be a bit of privacy. Try looks down with a slightly depressing grin. Oops, and I said something similar earlier today. Oh, it simply laughs. Regardless, long story short, yes, Anna and I have been going out for some time. He's actually, I know that all too well. Actually, so how's that going? How do you even met? Well, 7 months prior, Nob walks down the dimly lit Kenilworth Street. It's the middle of the night, and he has been having trouble sleeping. His tired eyes are trained on the floor as he maintains his slow, steady pace. He has no destination in mind. His only goal is to breathe in some fresh air and hope he clears his head a little bit. As he turns a corner, he realizes that he's approaching the square where the local market can be found during daylight hours. With a shrug, he begins to make his way around the square. On the far side of the square, there's a viewing platform that offers a glimpse at the beautiful landscape visible below Camelot. Having a city built into the side of a mountain does have its perks, after all, but there are benches over there, and his feet are starting to get tired. Anon finally spots the benches and let out a tired sigh. However, as he is prepared to take a seat, he knows that he's not alone. Glance at his watch, he sees that it's nearly 3 in the morning. His curiosity overtaking him, he turns his attention to the mirror nearby. Saying a few benches down from him is a mirror that looks strikingly similar to Princess Ray. It takes only a second or two for him to realize that this mirror is most likely Twilight, the princess's mother. About a second later, he notices something else. She's crying. She isn't downright sobbing, but tears are most definitely dripping from her cheeks, illuminated by the cloudless moonlit night. After hesitating for a moment, Anon nods to himself and decides to approach the mirror. Carefully, he takes a seat a few feet away from her on the same bench. She jumps as he does so. Now he knows his presence until now. Goodness! Sorry I didn't restore you. I was just the best way to know that you're... Well, are you okay? I know you. You're a non, aren't you? Don't even a quarter. This man filmed his whole world by a right sort of masculinity. Yeah, that's correct. Mm-hmm. My daughter has told me a lot about you. She says you're a real stand-up guy. She trusts you quite a bit. I'm grateful to hear that, Miss Velvet. Oh, let's just miss now. And non-McCoyles. Alright, sorry. Talked about what happened a couple years ago. I keep forgetting that. You know what? You know what? You should know it. I'm sorry for interrupting you. No. It's quite alright. I'm happy to have the company. I think it's better than being alone with my thoughts. That's for sure. I suppose shouldn't ask why you're out here then. It's precisely for the reason you're thinking. Yes, but what about you? What are you doing out here this hour? A non hesitates for a moment before sighing and turning his gaze to the vista before him. Velvet does the same. Carefully listening as he takes in the incredible sight. My reason isn't that different from yours, to be honest. I know I've been in question for many years now, but sometimes I still think about the times I left behind, things I left behind. Your whole opinion? Right, I'm getting up there in age nowadays. Heck, I was doing that before I left, of course. You had a lot of loved ones I would never see ever again. I had parents, I had friends, I had a wife. Oh my goodness. A non expression darkens. Sometimes my thoughts of home would keep me awake at night. I know I should just move on or something, but some things you just can't bring yourself to forget. Yeah, exactly. I think I do understand what you're going through. Though only lost 1 point close to me. But let's not compare our struggles. Your words are just as valid as mine. Speaking of, I apologize, Miss Velvet. This isn't quite how I expected our first meet to go. No, it's fine. It's more than fine. Actually, I think I knew this. Velvet turns to give a nod, a warm, heartfelt smile. And by the way, you can just call me Velvet. If it says so, Velvet. Well, I wouldn't have guessed that the two that you two met at 3 in the morning, or that you bonded with being widows. Velvet snickers. Which that was totally an appropriate thing to say. It's alright, dear. They certainly were strange circumstances. That's for sure. After that, we made sure to see each other every few minutes or so. It was a nice distraction. Having so you can relate to it like that. Well, we actually have a great deal in common despite our glaring differences. One thing led to another, and, well, here we are. Twilight smiles. It sounds like you're good for each other. You have no idea. The waiter comes back around and places their bill on the table. Tori happily retrieves the appropriate melvets from her bag. Surprising melvets. Oh, you have to do that. He says, Mom, I'm the most popular figure in the country now. If I don't pay for my mom's dinner, I say I'm not using that privilege as effectively as such could be. Well, if you're sure. With that, the two wrap up their business at the restaurant and head outside. Luxury waiting, walking the direction of Velvet's house. They had to avoid the occasional gawker or fan, but the luck is otherwise uneventful. Well, I do know one thing I'm getting out of this. And what's that, dear? I'm going to tease the heck out of 9 hour meeting tomorrow. Velvet laughs heartily at Twice's comments. Oh, my stars, do try to go easy on him. Under here, Bobby's minds too. Stepdad, I'm getting all the minds I can get out of this. Violet's eyes wide and her face immediately goes beet red again. Stepdad, don't you think you're getting a little ahead of yourself? Now that I'm past the shock phase, I can tell how much he means to you by the way you look when we talk about him. It'll happen if I put mine on it. Oh, goodness me. Twilight laughs as they arrive at Bella's home. Well, Mom, I'd love to talk to you for a bit longer, but Spike is returned from his meeting in the Dragonlands tonight, and I promised to meet him at the station in about 10 minutes from now, so I'll see you soon, okay? The two share a warm up before pulling away again. A bunch of grin on both of their faces. Love you, dear. Love you, Mom. With that, Twilight spreads her wings and takes to the sky, leaving Bella alone at her home for once more. After landing on a contented sigh, she locks the door and heads inside. Pleased as can be by the way the evening played out. In the wee hours of the morning, two figures sit side by side on a bed near Carol's reading platform. To regularly pass by at the side would be quite weird. Not only it is just a strange sound to be hanging around there in the first place, the view itself isn't near as good as it during the day. Plus, one thing is it's clearly a mirror, while the other is a much sort of biped of some sorts. In the quiet stillness of the night, the mayor leans on the taller figure, hope held by securely in his hand. After a long, warm couple moments, the The two figures looked at each other with smiles on their faces. No words need to be said as they both leaned forward, sharing a tender kiss under the moonlight. What a strange pair. Office note. I noticed that there is a single wholesome pick about Twilight and not anyone on the site yet in the side effects side. It's always appreciated and any all feedback. Wow. That was a wholesome. That was a wholesome pick. So, yeah. Well, I hope you have a wonderful day. Peace out.